Okay, so something that we need to also do before we begin cutting with your jar, if it has a label, you have to remove it. You can just peel it off first, and then you must get Gooby Gone and scrub and get all of the adhesive off of the jar, or this will not cut smoothly.
Unless you're going to cut above or below your label.
Yes. Unless you're cutting above or below. So if you wanted to keep this cool little label, you're going to need to cut it up here, and then you totally would be fine. Which that would actually be a cute little jar.
It really would, honestly.
For this one. But yeah, because you'll be cutting a variety of jars. That is just something that you definitely need to keep in mind.
This is the bottle cutter base with stabilizer wheels, cutting blade, and according to the instructions, you might have to edit this. The cutting blade is only supposed to touch the bottle from one side, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain this. Okay. And backer plate or L bracket is adjustable for where you want your cut on your bottle. There's wing nuts under here you loosen that you can slide your plate backwards or forwards, depending on where you want your cut. This stabilizer piece rests on the bottom of the bottle, so the bottle bumps do not mess you up in your score line. Once you have your bottle in position, which I need to adjust here, tighten wing nuts.
And you put the blade on your mark with the Sharpie. You just mark your bottle.
That would be your starting and finishing
with the
point.
Sharpie. You only need to just do one little mark.
Yeah. And then you need to cut it?
Yep, go ahead and cut it.
So with medium pressure, start spinning your bottle, and you'll hear the score crunch. And I guess it's pretty important just to do one continuous, try not to stop and go backwards and forwards, to make one nice score line. And so there, now it's scored.
Yeah, good job.
And I don't know why these things, oh no, that's too big. I don't know why these things are necessary. I don't think they necessarily are, because I actually cut a big bottle that none of them would fit on, and it worked okay. But it might just keep it from getting jagged, maybe. And then we will pour alternating hot and cold water over the score line for like 10 seconds at a time. So 10 seconds hot, 10 seconds cold, 10 seconds hot, 10 seconds cold, until it comes apart.
And we'll show you that in the next clip.
So we have
our hot surface, so we'll turn that on.
Surface, our container for our hot water, and I left the cold water in the stained glass room.
And we'll use this sink to do all of our pouring.
Yeah, pour in there. We'll have to fill the containers up though in the kitchen.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and get it boiling and go grab the cold water.
And we want to wait until this boils. Or almost boils.
Have to.
So you can use this for the cold water that's in the stained glass room, or if you want to use another one of those for the cold water, one for the hot water, whichever you prefer, whichever is easier. And we'll do all of our pouring in the sink. All right, so the water's boiling. Just turn this off, and then prep your other water. Grab the bottle. Just put it at an angle in the sink.
And be careful so you don't burn yourself.
Yeah, carefully pour.
So about 10 seconds, roughly. Slow pour so you don't use all your water up. Alternate cold. At some point you'll hear it separating. Maybe. Maybe not over the draining water.
There you go. And then it separates.
Now we have a nice 2-piece bottle. Is there a rag? Can you grab me that rag?
Pick up the other jar with a rag maybe in case it's warm. Is it warm?
That one's nice.
Yeah.
That one doesn't have any lumps or bumps.
Nice. We did good. If it is, we just take it and put it on some sandpaper, which we'll show you.
We're going to smooth out the sharp edges where we cut. This is still a little bit damp.
So you want sandpaper and you want just a little bit of water on the sandpaper.
Yeah, a little splash of water on it.
And then just do some circular motions.
And I take and tear a little piece off just to hit that sharp edge. That way nobody gets cut.
Inside and outside.
Because if this is going to be a drinking glass, you definitely don't want to touch your lips on it.
Okay.
And this could be a candle holder, it could be a vase, it could be a drinking glass.
Yep, now you can come in and make your own custom glass. And there's a lot of projects that we can do after that. So, yep, this will be a new staple project.